This week, back to the homeland. Keep watching. Yes, welcome back. It's GotAUkulele review day as ever. Summary video review. If you look at the link below this video and all videos and go back to the website, you'll see a lot more information about this model. This just summarizes the key points, the scores, and all my other reviews are there too as well. Thank yous running across the bottom of the screen. Really important I say thank you to these people. These people have donated to help keep this site going through things like Patreon, Buy Me a Coffee, or directly through YouTube or PayPal. Because I don't take money from the brands and stores, they'd just be useless adverts. So these people really are the lifeblood of what allows this channel to keep coming every week for the last, 13 years now. My eternal thanks go to these people. You can also help me out, and my thanks also to my subscribers. You know what to do with the button down there. I put that up every week as well. Okay, yeah, going back to the homeland, where the ukulele is from, Hawaii. There are a few brands based on Hawaii that actually make instruments in Hawaii. USA made, Hawaiian made instruments. This is one of those. I've owned instruments from this brand. I've reviewed instruments from this brand. They are the extremely recognizable headstock of Koaloha. And this is the Koaloha Royal Pikake Pineapple Longneck Soprano. Quite a mouthful. We'll come into what all of those bits mean in a moment. But Koaloha, yeah, they're based on Oahu. They make instruments, a lot of standard, very traditional instruments made out of Hawaiian koa, like kamaka and kanalea do, but they also make some variants on those as well, this being one of them. But they are extremely well revered, and without wishing to get ahead of myself in this review, I've said before, these brands like Kamaka, Kanalea, Koaloha, they sit right at the top table of the ukulele world. They don't make rubbish. They don't make bad instruments. What's the point of a review? Well, a bit of fun, really, apart from anything else. Okay, let's just get into what the details are on this one. Royal Pikake. Now, that means a couple of things. Firstly, Pikake is not new to Koaloha. I had a Pikake instrument made well over 10 years ago from them, and it refers to the satin finish. We'll come on to that. It's a Hawaiian word for jasmine, I think. The royal element here means this has certain upgrade points, such as the use of ebony and an extra hard case, which again we'll come on to over and above their standards, which is always a funny word to use for a koa instrument standard. Right, that's quite the long introduction, isn't it? This one, the Royal Pikake long neck. First of all, it's a long neck. That means to say it's a soprano body and a long concert neck. Now that to me makes that a small-bodied concert because scale is key. This is a concert instrument, but they go with that naming convention of long neck soprano because it's easier for people to understand what they're dealing with. All solid woods, of course, and this is a departure from their normal Hawaiian koa because this is made of mango. 2 pieces on the top, 2 pieces on the sides, very quite deep sides, and 2 pieces on the back. And as you can see, this is a pineapple shape, and that's a very traditional shaped instrument that go back to the old kumelai and kamaka instruments of over 100 years ago. Pineapples are there to remove the waste and widen out the body in the middle, which widens out the mid sounds, the mid frequencies, and gives more breadth to the tone and takes away some of the nasally tone that you can get with some sopranos. I really like these, sometimes called boat paddles, but it's a pineapple. As I say, all solid woods. It's mango. Alex at Southern Ukulele Store is probably going to scold me for this because I know he absolutely adores mango wood. I love the sound of mango wood, which is very rich, very reminiscent of koa. But I prefer the look of koa because I find mango is quite plain. This is quite orangey. It's got this sootiness that you get in quite a lot of mango, but thankfully on this one it's just been wonderfully book matched rather than some brands that just leave a smear in one corner. This all hangs together really neatly and balances. It's hardly unattractive, and I really do quite like the grain of mango as well, but I just prefer the stripe of koa myself. There we are. That's a purely subjective gripe. The bridge is made of ebony. This is one of the upgrades. I don't normally like tie bars on little soprano bodies, but it's very, very diminutive, not big on the sides. Very, very tidy, as you can see. Fitted with a straight-topped tusk, which is synthetic ivory saddle. Very, very tidy. The finish, no other decoration to it. You don't often get a lot of decoration on many Koalohas. They don't need it, do they? Finish in this very thin Pikake satin. I remember talking to Alan Akami about the Pikake many years ago, and he said that was his personal favourite because it allows the wood to do its thing more than the gloss finishes do. I really love the feel of it. It's chamfered off around the top and back edges as well. You also get this rice bowl, musubi, which is trademarked to Koaloha, shaped sound hole, which immediately tells you you're dealing with a Koaloha. This is lovely down here. This just feels so nice in the hands, so smooth and tactile. Inside, incredibly tidy and very typically Koaloha again. No linings to the top and back holding the thing together, because I think they're unique in this, use something called a uni brace. So at this point there is a block of wood that is shaped basically like the cross section of the instrument there, and they push out the middle of it to create a thin ring, so you've got a ring that holds the back and top and back and to the sides, as well as a bit of normal bracing as well. But otherwise extremely tidy, they always are. The neck is made of mahogany that looks to be in one piece, possibly a joint at the heel. If there's a joint at the heel, it's incredibly well hidden. I'm saying that there isn't actually. There's no joint at the headstock. Really, really nice in satin. Tapers down to a very Hawaiian flattened profile, and because of something I'll explain to do with the frets in a moment, it's wide at the nut at 37mm, yet still only 27 G2A, so there's quite a bit of real estate either side of the outer strings for reasons I'll come on to. But I find those really comfortable with Koaloha, and I like that this back profile. It's incredibly shallow and just very nice to hold, and fits my hands perfectly, these do. Frets, 17 of those, 13 to the body. Unusual joint, I suppose. But if you look closely, they don't reach the ends. They're not semi-hemi, but this is something few brands do, but Koaloha do. And it's like, basically, there's quite a bit more wood either side of the frets. That means you don't get any chance of any sharp fret ends. They're really tidy. That's ebony. Very, very dark and nice. And again, on the Royal series, you get this shaping at the end to match the headstock shaping, which I think is wonderful. Pearly abalone position dots at 5, 7, 10 and 12, and they're matched with dots on the side. The nut, incidentally, like all Koalohas I see, sits really proud and has deep nut slots. That's not something, I've never had a problem because of it. It's made of tusk as well, but I've always noticed that with Koaloha, that I prefer strings to just go over a very slight groove rather than these big deep channels, which I'm really struggling to show you, aren't I? Oh, why have I gone into this? Anyway, there we are. Headstock. Had to be, didn't it? Koaloha headstock with the 5-pointed crown at the top. It's absolutely wonderful headstock. The Koaloha logo there, that double K in an inlaid abalone, and it's faced in more ebony. I love, it's like a layer cake. I love the contrast. That's absolutely beautiful. Second subjective gripe, geared tuners. They actually suit this longer scaled instrument better. They're very, very good quality tuners by De Young, branded with the Koaloha logo. I love how they're set on an angle like that. They kind of suit it. They don't look like ears as much, but I just still think that I love the Koaloha friction pegs so much. Why don't they give me an option? Why don't they sell them in both? Because I picked the friction pegs. I still think they'd look better, arguably. Again, purely a subjective gripe of mine. Not a problem with these tuners. They're very, very good. But I'd want rear-facing pegs. They don't specify the strings. From memory, I think they used to use a blend of something like Worth fluorocarbon. They feel like fluorocarbon. But with the Royal series, you also get a wonderful branded padded gig bag. Look at the handle on this. Superb hard case. Superb. Really nice hard case. And the price? £1,249. So it's a lot of money, but actually that's probably one of the lowest prices in the Koaloha range that's available in the UK at the moment. You pay a lot more for their Koa, and you don't get the ebony fitments or the hard case. So you could argue that this is actually pretty good value. Certainly a lot more money than Koalohas were when I first started out, but everything's gone up. All Hawaiian instruments have topped well over £1,000 now. 1249, cheaper than the standard Soprano in Koa, so I think. So pretty decent value. The build quality is wonderful. The satin finishing is wonderful. And if I've had any gripes with it, like the tuners or mango's not really my look thing, they are purely subjective. There is nothing wrong with this. This is a really well-made instrument that feels absolutely wonderful. It's not heavy at 490 grams. Balance is okay, a little bit No, am I? Oh, no, I'm balancing in the wrong place. No, it balances okay. The Koaloha koas just have such a sweet, punchy tone, but then I think mango does as well, so let's have a go. Sounding alright now, isn't it? Volume. Good. I've played louder soprano bodies, but good. And this will open up in time as well. In fact, it's very good, isn't it? Sustain. Feel it here, feel it in my chest, feel it in my forearm. There's a lot of complexity going on there. This is it. I mean, mango, very rich, lots of dynamic range to it like koa. So you're getting mids, you're getting highs, you're getting lows. It's not nasally at all, but it's all coming together in a kind of... very refined, very interesting tone. That's lovely. Very, very pretty. There's an awful lot going on in that tone. I knew there would be. That's really lovely sound. That's really, really just a lot of complexity. You just listen to it and it sounds different. Each sort of passage you play, it's got different things are coming through. It's not a one-trick pony. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. Gets a very good score. I knew it would. Didn't want to prejudge it, but come on. You send me a Koaloha, it's not going to be a dog, is it? The Koaloha Royal Pikake Pineapple Longneck Soprano. It's a concert with a small body, but it's a nice little pineapple with a long neck. All solid mango woods, made in Hawaii. Oahu in Hawaii, £1,249 with that hard case. I think that's pretty decent. That's, you know, I'm anchoring back to wanting a top end sort of little soprano instrument. I think that's something that I would gladly have. What a lovely instrument. Thank you very much, Alex, for the loan of this one. I think it's been sold. I think it's been sold already. Someone's seen it on their website. It's gone. But I'm sure he'll get more. Okay. Thank you very much for watching. I am back next week, but I'm not here for some of the weekend. But we do have a public holiday, bank holiday, on the Monday next week in the UK. So my review may be Sunday. I think it's more likely going to be Monday, which is the first. But anyway, I'll be here next weekend, one way or the other. Don't know what it is, but thank you very much for your ongoing support, for watching and listening. And take care of yourselves in the week ahead. I'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye, everyone.